Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. I want everyone to watch, look at the screen. Racist policies. African nations U.S. condemn racism against blacks in China. Watch this, please. Let me stop right here. African officials are condemning China publicly and privately over the mistreatment of Africans in China in the Chinese city of Ganzhou. And the U.S. says African Americans have been targeted too. Some Africans in the city have reported being victim of discriminated. I don't really even say much. But as you know, in China, China is very racist. Did you know that? Some of the countries in Asia are very racist towards black people. Very racist. They compare us to animals. They wear blackface to mock us. It is a nightmare in Asia. You think Europe is bad? I mean, Europe is still just as worse. But Asia, man, they really hate black people too. Just like Europe. And yet, I still can't see why some of these African leaders will still want to work with the Chinese government after seeing what's been happening not only to their people in Africa. You hear about how Africans are being treated in their own country by the Chinese. But what's going on when it comes to Africans outside, or black people in general outside of Africa, being mistreated? You have Africans, black people, who are in that country of China, and particularly in that city of, what's the city called again? Let me look at that. Oh yeah, Ganzhou. That's the name of the city in China. Being they're being evicted from hotel rooms, from their own homes. They are being quarantined and just basically forced to be on the streets because of this coronavirus. Because you have, of course, the racist media saying that black people are the ones with the most CoVid cases, when that is 100% not true. Africa has the least cases. Africa, may I repeat that? Africa has the least cases. Matter of fact, let's go once again to the Johns Hopkins map. Oh, did I forget to tell you that as of now, it's the United States, not only with the most cases. The United States originally just only had the most cases. They have surpassed Italy, Spain, France, and even China with the most deaths. Yeah, the United States now has the most deaths. See all this red? That's America. This is Europe. Scorching. Now, the Asians were managed to contain it a little bit. That's why it's not scorching too much. But it's scorching heavily in China, Korea, Japan, but like I said, South America, Caribbean, Africa, least cases, least infected, least deaths. Yet they want to make this a black virus. See, when Trump was calling it a Chinese virus, that all of a sudden they want to get mad. But as soon as you call it a black virus, then it's okay. It's all fair. That's what they did with Ebola. That's what they did with Zika virus. Now they're trying to do that with COVID-19, even though the virus started in China. That's why it's called the Wuhan or the Chinese virus, because that's where it started. Yet, you have the Chinese mistreating Africans, and of course, the only media that's been talking about it is the African media and the social media, and particularly the New Black media, have been the only people brave enough, and shout out to the New Black media and even to the African media, for calling out the BS of the Chinese government and for reporting it, because the lamestream media in Europe and here in the United States, they are trying to cover up, they are trying to hide. Matter of fact, we'll talk about a little bit more about the lamestream media later, including CNN, because they're doing something dirty too. We'll talk about them later. But yeah, you have Africans being mistreated and homeless. And even, of course, we're being targeted. So, black people are being targeted. I found out there's a McDonald's in China that says no black people are allowed. Africans, USA, blacks mistreated in China. Notice the lamestream media is not talking about it, but your independent media, some of your independent media, including your New Black media, maybe some non-black owned media is talking about it, but it's mostly the independent or ones who claim to have a heart. Your African media is talking about it, so because it's affecting their people, that's why they're talking about it. But the lamestream media here in America, they are not talking about it. They're covering up. See, they were hollering when there was Chinese people being victimized by xenophobia because of the coronavirus. But African black people, they are all of a sudden quiet. They're all of a sudden silent about it. That's why I'm happy that the New Black media is here, including myself, is talking about it, because it needs to be talked about. You got Africans, you got black people now homeless in China. They can't even leave the country because they canceled all the flights. You know, there's still these ban of flights. Now, there has been some retaliation, and rightfully so, from some of the African nations. One example, the Nigerian doctors refuse to work with any Chinese medical team that comes into Africa. They have said that they must have heard about all the mistreatment, because when I mean by African, I'm not just meaning by one country. Several African countries, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, if not the government, but at least some of the people who have the right mind to fight for their African brothers and sisters, or even the black diaspora as a whole. You got a few doctors in Nigeria that refuse to work with the Chinese medical team. They want them out of the country too. They know that they got corrupt leaders that want to keep them in for business, but some of the Nigerians want the Chinese out. You have Kenya, rightfully so, are angered by the eviction of Kenyans in China. Now the Kenyans are fighting back. Now they're kicking out, or wanting to kick out, the Chinese nationalists and get them out of their country, out of the country of Kenya. And rightfully so. Yeah, do it to them. What they've done to you, now you have the right to do it to them. And maybe us as black Americans, maybe let's do our part. Maybe it's time we start boycotting any Chinese businesses or Chinese products that is being sold in this country, and boycott any businesses like Chinese restaurants and nail salons. We need to start boycotting them and focus on our own business. I was listening to a couple of YouTubers. One, they had like maybe call-ins where this lady said that they were sick and tired of some of the racist Asians who hate black people were messing with them, so they started creating their own nail shops and hair stores. And when more people started supporting those black-owned nail shops and hair stores, a lot of the racist Asian businesses were disappearing, and rightfully so. So shout out to those who are doing their part to support black businesses and avoid some of these non-black businesses that are under owners who are racist towards black people. But yeah, now back to the topic. So now Kenya is wanting to get rid of not just Chinese nationalists, but basically the people of Taiwan, because the mistreatment. Let's not forget, there's the mistreatment of Taiwan people mistreating black people in Africa, and they want them out. But of course, you have the lamestream media, like your CNNs, want to make the Chinese and the Kenya's deporting Taiwan citizens to China. So, see, this is what they're doing to cover up the evils of the Chinese. This is CNN. So I told you I was going to talk about CNN eventually, but now I'm talking about CNN is trying to hide the fact that the real reason why Kenya is deporting some of these Chinese citizens or these other Asians is because they've been mistreating the African natives, and then of course it's this is a response to what's happening over in China to the Africans and other black people that are being mistreated badly in China. But your CNNs, your Fox News, well, definitely not your Fox Newses, your CNNs refuse to talk about the mistreatment of African people, but they want to talk about making Kenya look bad, saying that Kenya is the bad guys for deporting the Asians, the racist Asians, out of Kenya. Yeah, you got several reports that saying China is furious over Kenya deportation. No, the Kenyans are furious at you guys in China for mistreating their fellow brothers and sisters over this COVID-19 virus. Because the racist media globally is making black people the face of this virus when they are not, when it's been mostly the racists that have been dying off from this virus, where black people actually globally have the least cases and deaths. That is why. Oh, another thing. I did talk about McDonald's in China, where the Chinese employees and management at a McDonald's is kicking or keeping blacks from entering their restaurant. What does McDonald's have to say about that? Because remember, McDonald's is a American-based company. Its main headquarters, its foundation is here in America. China, is one of the few international sites of McDonald's. As you should know, some of these businesses that come from here in America, they actually set up stores, restaurants, international chains in countries overseas, including China, even though China has not always been a friend to the American government. That's another story to worry about. So, if this is happening at a McDonald's, and you see that McDonald's headquarters is not doing something about it. They're not making a statement. I think we need to boycott some of these American businesses who set up shop in China that's not doing anything about the racism towards blacks in China at these American businesses, including McDonald's. We may need to start boycotting McDonald's and other American businesses who set up shop in China, who's not going to deal with the mistreatment of black people in China at their businesses. So, not only do we need to boycott some of these Asian businesses who are racist towards black people, but also some of these other businesses that are allowing this evil to happen. So far, I'm not hearing about anyone being killed, but it's going to get to that point, especially the fact that these people are now homeless. The black people in China are now homeless. They could die from this. Not from the COVID-19, but from the fact that they're being beaten, mistreated, and are left to starve to death and homelessness. There was a doctor or some kind of trade business, and I think, or it was a doctor, or I think it was two people, a doctor and a businessman trader that were black that were mistreated by the Chinese. They had them arrested, forced to do a test on them, quarantine. Yeah, this was all done by force, and they didn't even have the corona. But that's what I'm hearing. But yes, this pandemic has turned to a racial tactic to attack black people. This COVID-19 pandemic has been used as a tool to attack black people. And of course, the racist media is not talking about it. So, that's all I have to say. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm looking at some of these different articles. I'm gonna put down some of these articles in the description box and comment section for y'all to read at your own terms. But it's getting ugly over in China. And don't think it can't happen here in America or anywhere. Don't think anywhere, black people, this is to black people of the entire diaspora, whether it be Asia, Europe, here, North America, South America, even Africa. Better be careful, because now that they're trying to make you the face, don't think China is going to be the only country that's going to do the evil. Don't be surprised if the European nations do the same evil tactics to the black people in those nations, as what the Chinese is doing. They've been doing that here in America for years. So, don't be surprised if things get worse. Racism is not just local, it's global. It's not local. Racism is not local, it's global. But like I said, I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure you like. That helps. Share this video. I want people to share this video. Really share it with other content creators. Share it on your emails. Share it in the comment section of other videos or this video. Share it on any forms of social media platforms. Any social media platforms that you can share this video. Share it. Hit that like button. That helps spread the video around and helps people get notifications. Speaking of that, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification wherever you were watching this video. YouTube, Black Junction, whatever. Black Shares, whatever. Wherever I decide to upload this video. It's probably uploaded by the time you're watching this video, you can see that it is uploaded. But share it, regardless of where you're watching this video. I'll also leave links to all the different accounts for y'all to follow me on. And whether it be YouTube, Black Junction, Twitter, etc. And also to know when I come with another video, post what or anything else. But I need also other content creators. I know there's some content creators who are talking about this, but I need more content creators to talk about this situation, even if you have to just talk about my video that you just watched. We need to spread the word about this situation all over social media and perhaps all over the world. It has got bad. I'll keep you updated with what's been going on, but it is getting bad. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.